What is happening in the world of transfers? Bro, things are moving mad. Honestly, things are moving mad, crazy, up, left, right. So Yan Diomande looks like to be going into Real Madrid for this transfer window, and that is crazy. And the other thing is, it looks like Arsenal is in for Vinicius Jr. Yes, you heard it right. That's the same thing I'm saying. Vinicius Jr. to Arsenal? From fluid football to haram ball? This might be crazy, but hey, welcome back to the channel, and this is KP, and today let's talk about transfer news. News that are making the world go mad. News that is just insane for us to understand. Let's discuss about this. So the big bomber out there right now is that Yan Diomande is heading to Real Madrid. It's yet to be confirmed by both clubs, but it looks like Yan Diomande is heading to Real Madrid after agreeing personal terms with PSG initially during the World Cup. And now it looks like PSG has taken a lot of time for them to send in a transfer bid. And it looks like now Real Madrid is the destination for Yan Diomande. Is he worth the 120 million price tag? No. In my opinion, no. But is he good enough? Yes. But would you take Yan Diomande over Vinícius Jr? Probably not. For me, I might stick with Vinícius Jr. because we know what Vinícius Jr. is able to do and about to do in the world of football. He has established himself as one of the best left wingers in the game in our present days. Vinícius Jr. is just a remarkable player, and if he decides to leave Real Madrid, going into Arsenal would be very crazy. Imagine how it would feel like. But I know Arsenal fans will be very happy about such breakout story that surrounds their team. And Vinícius Jr., with what he has achieved as a winger and as a player of Real Madrid, he has so much ceiling and is still capable of winning the Ballon d'Or in the future. So that is the news out there. Yan Diomande and Vinícius Jr. Big names, big output for both clubs as Arsenal looks to make a move, and also Leipzig accepting Real Madrid's future bid for Yan Diomande. Real Madrid is trying to revive themselves from a cluster season they had with no trophies, and they are trying to revive themselves and be better or a competitive team to Barcelona for the season. And they've already made 5 transfers with Cucurella, Dumfries. They've signed players. I can't even remember most of these guys they've signed. But having Yan Diomande coming in on the right side would be very interesting. And that would leave us to players like, what happens to Rodrigo? What happens to Mastantuono? I know Real Madrid fans want Mastantuono gone on a loan, so probably that will happen to him. But also, what happens there? Rodrigo, we know, plays very exceptional football and he has good traits of a winger. But if Yan Diomande is coming in, definitely with the amount of money spent on him, you would not be wanting him to sit on the bench and Rodrigo be playing, because besides, Rodrigo is coming back from an injury and he's been out for a long time, missing the World Cup and all that. Yan Diomande, on the other hand, is coming in with a superb season, had a good World Cup. He is very agile, he's very quick, he is his reaction to the play is very important and he's very pacey. So he coming in is something that will help Real Madrid in the future, but also that leaves Rodrigo hanging, meaning he might be a second fielder. He might be a second fiddle to Yan Diomande. But that means that also what happens to the good old guy, Vinícius Jr. According to reports, he is demanding 30 million euros for... He's demanding 30 million euros for contract renewal. That has been going on for months now, and they haven't really hit the final agreement. And this has put Arsenal in to also inquire about his availability to join the Gunners. And They are looking at making this happen, but it will mean that Arsenal will have to cough out probably 100 and something million, and probably 145 to 150 million to sign him, depending on what Real Madrid's demands are for Vinicius. Vinicius was a contender for the Ballon d'Or and lost it to Rodri at some point, and they are trying to revamp their team, and because they think that eventually they can sign Rodri and also sell Tchouaméni to Manchester United. But Vinicius Jr., for me, if I'm Real Madrid, he is someone I'm not looking at selling. And probably also depends on what Jose Mourinho is looking for the club. So they can make things happen very quick. If not, then Vinicius might be sold. But the Florentino Perez shouldn't be making this mistake on selling him. And I think they would eventually find the agreement they are looking for in the contract renewal. So that is one of the biggest news out there right now, that Vinicius and Arsenal are exploring the services of Vinicius Jr. So we would have to wait and see how that goes in the future. But for me, it looks like this whole inquiries for Vinicius from Arsenal might be squashed within within probably 3 days, 4 days. It might be squashed. But if agreement is not reached on the contractual renewal for Vinicius, it might be in a way that he might look at Arsenal. Because currently, Arsenal is the only team looking for him. I don't know other teams who would be wanting to get him, like PSG with the Al Ali clubs in Saudi, or Manchester United. We don't know. But yes, that is the crazy news out there, that Vinicius and Arsenal are exploring, and Diomande is looking at joining Real Madrid in the future. But the other breaking news that is also insane is Bradley Barcola to Liverpool. Wait, Liverpool have spent so much money from last season to now, and they are trying to sign Bradley Barcola? I'm hearing that Bradley Barcola is going to cost somewhere around £130,000, meaning that meaning Liverpool is smashing the record twice with Florian Wirtz, Alexander Isak, and probably him too, Barcola. So that is insane, and oh man, this is just insane for Liverpool to make such another move. But it is a statement move for Liverpool if it finally happens that Barcola decides to go to Liverpool and play the remainder of his trade there. And talks are still ongoing with that. He looks to be coming in to the left side, meaning Gakpo and Rio Ngomoa would have to find something to do, because if Barcola is coming in on the left side, I think, wait, is Barcola not a right winger? Probably. So if he comes in as a right winger, then meaning Riongo Moa and Gakpo remains on the left side, but on the right side, it's solely going to be Barcola, because he is going to be the heir to Mohamed Salah. And that would be it for that team. But if Liverpool is able to make that transfer happen, that is a statement transfer. That would mean that Liverpool is aiming at having a wonderful season and also being a title contender, because they already got the number of players they wanted last summer, and now is the time for them to be blended in and become a super team. So that is where it's coming from. Liverpool. This is crazy. But honestly, this is just going to be an amazing transfer for Liverpool if they happen. I would like him to be at Manchester United, but I don't think we are looking at splashing £100 million plus for players like Barcola, because United is trying to do something nobody knows, but we are trying to have a transfer etiquette where we are not going to splash more, but be able to bring in quality when needed. So that is what is happening. But let me know what you guys think. That is this transfer news not just crazy, that Diomande going to Real Madrid and Vinicius to Arsenal, Bradley Barcola also to Liverpool? Let me know what you guys think. I'm crazy. If you have fun of all these three clubs, let me know. Write those in the comment section and I'll get back to those and we can discuss about them in the future. But thank you guys for watching and I'll catch you guys on the next one. Peace.